On a sunny morning, Big Hit Music's rehearsal room is filled with the boisterous voices of 7 young men who have long been in the spotlight of the world. In the corner of the room, Jimin, one of the BTS members, looked pensive while looking at Taehyung, who was sitting gracefully on a small bench. The warm atmosphere with laughter mixed with seriousness suddenly turned awkward when Jimin involuntarily asked a question that invited a moment of silence. "Hyung, why don't you squat like the others?" The question, although it seemed simple, led to various speculations from BTS members and fans. Jungkook, known as the Golden Magne, is even seen frowning while trying to guess the reason behind Taehyung's decision not to follow the squatting movement with the team. Is it a matter of habit, convenience, or something deeper? The morning workout was actually designed to reinforce the choreography of BTS's latest song that will be released in the near future. As a group that has always been known for perfect synchronization, they often repeat the movement for hours until every detail is perfect. However, there is one moment where all the members are asked to squat while maintaining a certain posture, and only Taehyung chooses to remain standing. Jimin, who is always attentive to every little detail, couldn't help his curiosity. "Hyung, you don't like squatting, do you?" he asked with a smile, trying to break the ice. Taehyung, with his characteristic smile, only replied briefly, "I have my own reasons, Jimin. I'll tell you later." This answer did not satisfy curiosity, but rather sparked the curiosity of everyone in the room. Even RM, the leader of BTS, who can usually read the situation well, looks confused. "Taehyung, does this have anything to do with your physical condition? If so, do not hesitate to tell us," said RM with attentive tone. After the rehearsal was over, the other members started discussing Jimin's questions while having a snack in the break room. Jungkook, with his cheerful style, tries to make a joke. Hyung is probably keeping his image as a visual. "Squat is too mainstream for him," he said with a laugh, which was immediately greeted by Jin's laughter. However, Suga, who is usually reserved, gives a different point of view. "Maybe there's a medical reason he doesn't want us to know," she said, sipping her black coffee. This question also brings back old memories of times when Taehyung often made seemingly unorthodox decisions, such as choosing to sit cross-legged on stage while others stood, or choosing to sing in a reclining position during vocal rehearsals. In an exclusive interview with a well-known magazine a few days after the incident, Taehyung finally gave a little explanation about his decision. "There are many ways to express yourself, and for me, sometimes that means not following what others are doing," she says with a smile. However, he also revealed that the decision is not entirely based on personal preference. "I had a little problem with my knee a long time ago. Not serious, but enough to make squatting for a long time uncomfortable. So I chose to listen to my body." This answer immediately made ARMY, as BTS fans are called, flood social media with support and love for Taehyung. "We support you no matter what," one fan wrote on Twitter, while another said, "Taehyung always knows what's best for him. That's why we love him." After finding out the real reason, Jimin feels guilty for having questioned Taehyung's decision without knowing his background. In a live broadcast on Weverse, Jimin conveyed his apology. "I didn't know that Taehyung had a problem with his knee. I should have been more sensitive," he said with a tone full of regret. However, Taehyung, who also joined the live broadcast, quickly calmed Jimin down. "Jimin, don't think about it too much. Your questions help me to be more open, and that's a good thing," she said with a warm smile. This interaction became an emotional moment for the ARMY who witnessed. Many feel that the warmth and support among BTS members is one of the main reasons why the group is so loved. This small incident brought a bigger impact than expected. BTS members are starting to talk more about the importance of listening to their bodies and supporting each other, both in professional and personal situations. In fact, they began holding weekly discussion sessions where each member could talk about whatever was bothering them, both physically and emotionally. "We want to create an environment where everyone feels heard and valued," RM said in another interview. The Taehyung incident is a reminder that we all have limits, and that's okay. Although seemingly trivial, Jimin's question about Taehyung's decision not to squat opens up a broader conversation about health, team support, and the importance of understanding each other. Taehyung, in his calm yet meaningful way, once again showed why he became one of the most respected members in BTS. In a world that often demands perfection, BTS continues to prove that humility and empathy are key to surviving and thriving. And for ARMY, a moment like this is a reminder that their idols are not only talented artists, but also human beings with their own stories and struggles. On a sunny morning, Big Hit Music's rehearsal room is filled with the boisterous voices of 7 young men who have long been in the spotlight. In the corner of the room, Jimin, one of the BTS members, looked pensive while looking at Taehyung, who was sitting gracefully on a small bench. The warm atmosphere with laughter mixed with seriousness suddenly turned awkward when Jimin unconsciously asked a question that invited a moment of silence. "Hyung, why don't you squat like the others?" The question, although it seemed simple, led to various speculations from BTS members and fans. Jungkook, known as the Golden Magne, is even seen frowning while trying to guess the reason behind Taehyung's decision not to follow the squatting movement with the team. Is it a matter of habit, convenience, or something deeper? The morning workout was actually designed to reinforce the choreography of BTS's latest song that will be released in the near future. As a group that has always been known for perfect synchronization, they often repeat the movement for hours until every detail is perfect. However, there is one moment where all the members are asked to squat while maintaining a certain posture, and only Taehyung chooses to remain standing. Jimin, who is always attentive to every little detail, couldn't help his curiosity. "Hyung, you don't like squatting, do you?" he asked with a smile, trying to break the ice. Taehyung, with his characteristic smile, only replied briefly, "I have my own reasons, Jimin. I'll tell you later." This answer did not satisfy curiosity, but rather sparked the curiosity of everyone in the room. Even RM, the leader of BTS who can usually read the situation well, looks confused. "Taehyung, does this have anything to do with your physical condition? If so, do not hesitate to tell us," said RM with attentive tone. After the rehearsal was over, the other members started discussing Jimin's questions while having a snack in the break room. Jungkook, with his cheerful style, tries to make a joke. Hyung is probably keeping his image as a visual. "Squat is too mainstream for him," he said with a laugh, which was immediately greeted by Jin's laughter. However, Suga, who is usually reserved, gives a different point of view. "Maybe there's a medical reason he doesn't want us to know," she said, sipping her black coffee. This question also brings back old memories of times when Taehyung often made seemingly unorthodox decisions, such as choosing to sit cross-legged on stage while others stood, or choosing to sing in a reclining position during vocal rehearsals. In an exclusive interview with a well-known magazine a few days after the incident, Taehyung finally gave a little explanation about his decision. "There are many ways to express yourself, and for me, sometimes that means not following what others are doing," she says with a smile.